women of JTA, good afternoon. It is said that achieving a comfortable balance between life and work can be challenging at times. According to Tapangosh, the world is a stage, life is an act, just a balancing act. And who knows that better than us women? We perform creditably at work, then we go home to continue the performance. However, there are some of us who take the books home and take them into the bedroom, leaving little or no space for the husband. Then there are some of us who get up very early in the mornings and leave an empty space beside the husband so that we can finish the lesson plans and finish marking books. Guess what, ladies? Balancing is not something you find. It is something you create. Ladies, our presenter this afternoon to give us some tips on creating this balance is an experienced marketer, author, columnist, blogger, and sex educator. Please help me welcome Dr. Sexian Shelley-Ann Weeks.
Thank you very much. I was wondering if the husband in your scenario only sleep. I mean, seriously, him sleeping when she come in, him sleeping when she leaving, like, what? All him do is sleep. And I really like, come on, that no balance. That no balance. Okay, ladies, I like that jump up and dance thing that we did a while ago. So all on the belly full, someone probably catch the niggeritis around the back there. So I need everybody to stand, please and thank you. Yes, please and thank you. And we're going to practice something that we're not encouraged to do as women. We're going to pay the lady beside you a compliment. Tell her something nice about herself. Your complexion is give her a hug if she want, man. The most love she go and get all day. Hug her up, man. You're glad to see her, yeah. And if you don't know her, introduce yourself. Meet a new friend today. Yes, man. That feel goodie? Yes, man. That feel goodie? Okay, miss, you don't have to meet everybody in the room. You can have a seat now, please. Woo! Didn't that feel good? Yes, man, we need to be more pleasant to each other as women. We're going to talk about finding balance today, and finding balance has a lot to do with your support system. So we have to be more supportive of each other. Who agree with that? Yes, man, you have to learn how to help each other out. Sometimes we see some things happening to our sisters, and rather than being supportive, we criticize. We need to stop that. Yeah. We know, say she going through a little thing with her husband, and rather than, help her out with chat, we say, watch her to now. But she have a new jacket and don't know, say her man a gear her bun. Don't know herself? Yes, man. So we can move on to the next slide now. I need everybody to be able to see the screen for me right now, because this is a very important slide. Can you please read that for me out loud, please? How many of us guilty of that? Write it down. Put it on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror. Say it out loud to yourself. Sometimes we have so many priorities. We learn to put things in front of us all the time. It's a woman thing. If we invest in ourselves, we are said to be selfish. If we spend some money on something that we like, we are waste the money. We can't even feel good about investing in ourselves because we're so busy looking out for everybody else. Remember this statement: never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Some of us are just alive, we not live. I wonder if you know the difference. Okay. So we're going to do something about that today, because I don't like presentations where I come up here and I just talk to you all afternoon. We're going to talk to each other. Amen? Amen. All right. So we're going to run through this really quickly because I want to get to the nitty-gritty. So I just have a little background information. Earlier I heard somebody talk about what's the role of a woman. I may hear some people say wash, cook, and clean. I may never hear she say what's the role of a helper. Me no know. We still say that. We are still Actually, I had a gentleman say that to me one day. The gentleman said, the real purpose of a woman is to take care of the house. If she's going to have a job outside the house, she needs to make sure that the job don't interfere with her real purpose. Yes. Okay. So, as I said, we're just going to go through a few things. The evolution of women, well, we all are here today. We're professional women. I'm sure some of us are mothers, some of us are wives, some of us are daughters, some of us are sisters, some of us are all the above. Right? So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about, having it all. Do you want to have it all? Yes. Me no want all right. I have enough things that. Too much responsibility. Me take some. Me left some. Me no need all right. You want to have it all? No, they ask the question, can women have it all? Yes. What is it? That's a good question. What is it? What is all? Maybe when you start look for all, you don't want it. How much of it do you want? Right. So these are questions that we really need to ask ourselves, because some of us are not living the lives that we want. You want all of your husband. You don't want all of it. Some in friend them fi keep so. Hello. My partner, me like the fact them have friends who can share some time with me. Me don't need all that. I couldn't be here today if I had it all. You know how much attention they require? Jesus Christ, I cannot. I need somebody to babysit when I'm away, man. I don't have the time for all. Too much, that's overwhelming. But I'm saying the purpose of this question is for us to be able to define what our happy looks like. This is an exercise. If you don't have a piece of paper in front of you, write down this question. What does my happy look like? I would like for you to answer that question. It doesn't have to be today. You don't have to try to answer it in one go. Maybe you have your start and you need to think about it a little more and come back to it. But you need to know, what does your happy look like? It is important, because some of us start to live lives that we expect to have. Our life where mother did tell you about, or the life where she did supposed to have, or the life where we best friend have, or we watch one movie and say Oprah in one character and say the life that the lady in the movie did. You understand what I'm saying? What do you want? What do you need for you to be happy? You need to be able to answer that question. What does my happy look like? We can move on now, Mumsy. All right, so we know the evolution of woman, the homemaker, the caregiver, and then women started to be educated. Remember one long time, it was illegal for women to be educated? That's not such a long time ago, you know? Yes, I actually heard a gentleman on a program say that it all went to hell when they started to teach little girls to read. Yeah, like just because we got access to education, we start want more things now, we start want make we want money, and we start have a voice, and we too demanding when we educated man. You know, when we never have no education, we take what and give it. Don't it? Right, so then we got the right to vote, and our voice got loud and said, who them people, man? Back in the day when they were, them know, so they must just make sure say me dinner ready when me reach home. In real life. Who them? They want to come make law, so. Right. Then we start to enter politics, and who is the modern woman? The modern woman is a woman who has options. People hear me talk all the time, and people say, well, I just want every woman to become a career woman. No. I want every woman to choose her life. Whatever that is. If your life, your joy, is to get up every morning and roast bread fruit for your husband, and go climb ackee tree and pick ackee, and if that is your happy, then do that. You get what I'm saying? Which is why we go back to that. You see why that question is so critical? Yes. What does your happy look like? Okay? Because that is how you're going to get to the balance, you know. You need to know what your objective is. What is your goal? Where do you want to go? My happy? Me know my happy was from as a child. When people come to school, you know, I think I have to get up and introduce myself. Hi, I'm Shelley. I'm 14 years old. And when I grow up, I would like to be I said tourist. Yes. I want to travel the world and eat food and be a tourist. I still have that ambition. One day I'll get there. The point is, if money was not an issue for me, and I can hop on a plane. There's this lady named Samantha Brown. I want her life. Samantha Brown is a critic for luxurious products, luxury hotels, first-class flights. She critiques luxury experiences. So listen to what she do for a living. She fly first class. She only stay in 5-star and up. She gets paid better than free. This is her job. When the hoteliers here say she in town, everybody run up and down and start fix up things, and only the best of the best. So she eat good and she luxury all day. In a real life, like that's a job. Somebody pay her for that, you know? And then after that, they put her name in the lobby. Samantha Brown approved. What? I need that job. Like, can you imagine? Anyway, back to what I'm saying. Sorry. You know, you have to keep me centered, you know, mystery. All right, so we're talking about, and I need to talk about this. I want to talk about women, how women are portrayed in media. Can I move on to the next slide, honey? How women are portrayed in media is very important to me, because there is this recurring role of the career woman who's very good at her job, but when she goes home, she is a prick to her children, and her husband don't like her. And I think it is unfair. Because I know women, personally, me see them every day. I'm sure some of you are in this room right now who you are a star at your job, and when you go home, your husband like you rock him world when you need to, and your children think you're the bomb, and nothing don't stop you from doing what you're doing because you're just that awesome. Clap on yourself. So this portrayal in the media of, it's like you can't be a good wife and still be a good CEO. Where did you get that from? Tyler Perry invented. If I ever tell you that man annoy me, you see, in a real life, it takes me out, oh no. Like, it's which woman break him out and leave him for her work? In all of him movies, this recurring, she come back again. Where movie name? The one with Taraji, where she's a young single girl and the kids them. That movie, yeah, you watch them, you know them. And then you have the next one with the one them where Janet Jackson is in her. What that movie the name? Why did I get my like really? Me never watched that one, but believe you. But the point is, there is this recurring role of this woman who, once she's good at her job, she must be an awful wife. Is who hurt him? If you don't ever meet him, hug him for me there. Tell him, say, me, say, give him a hug. Moving on. There is a statistic in the United States that they like to talk about, and it is a statistic of black, successful, educated women who, for some reason, men don't want to marry. They talk about it a lot. Are you familiar with it? Like, this is a thing. Like, every time they're talking about marriage, it's like, oh, there's this group of women. Oh, yes, and she have angry. That's the next thing. She have angry. And she full of drama, so. And Steve Harvey, all right, but her, and so. Yeah, that woman. And I talk about this because whether we like it or not, what we absorb in entertainment affects our choices. And it affects how we treat each other. We tend to not give importance to the things that we expose ourselves to, but we need to understand what we expose ourselves to make a difference to, you know? You ever don't want a friend yet and realize that you start talk like a friend? You don't plan to do it, you know, you learn certain behaviors. So it's the same thing. So if you're only watching movies about women who are full of drama and angry and just treat everybody with disdain and disrespect, you find yourself in the same space without even knowing it now. So if you don't have somebody to say to you, hey, back to reality. You understand? If you don't have that friend that will ground you, who have that friend that will call a spade and say, look here. And when you want a real opinion, a she you call. If you don't have that friend, get one. Because you need her. Right? So that's why we talk about women in the media, because all of these things help to shape the way we see ourselves. And we probably can't stop that influence, but we need to be more deliberate about what we expose ourselves to. What are we watching? What are we listening to? We talk about diet and exercise and all of these kind of things, and sometimes we forget about the mental things that we have to feed yourself. If you get up every day and watch Lifetime, Jesus Christ. Oh. And that's all you feed yourself. That's what you feed in your brain. You're going to notice all of those things around you, and then you're going to start turn investigator and start search this. And this lady tell me once that when her husband come home, she feel him testicles because she can feel it and know if he has cheated on her that day. I'm like, what? What are you saying to me? Who has time for that? Woo! No, but I'm telling you, these are the spaces that you'll find yourself in if you're not in more control of what you're feeding your brain. It's not just about what you put in your mouth, you know. What you're reading, what you're watching, who you're talking to, who are your friends. You have some friends that can't be happy. Them just good at being miserable. Them friends that you have to love them from a distance. No, for real. You say, how you do, Lord? Boy, you know, boy, the rain just a fall every day, and yesterday my clothes wet up and life just hard. Boy. And I feel like I'll catch a flu. And them just them whole aura is this era of negativity. Every day them broke. Not never gone for them yet. Yeah. It's true. I'm just saying, you have to be aware of who you're spending your time with and what you're putting inside of your body, not just from a nutritional standpoint in terms of what to eat, but just your environment, your aura. My Christian colleagues will call it your spirit, don't it? Okay, all of those things affect your stress management. We get into it. Where? Now drop the gun. Next slide, mums. This is a question I asked you before. I really need, if you don't do anything else today, I really do need you to answer, what does happy look like for you? That is very important that you get to that. All right, let's get to the next slide. Get it a sheet of paper. This is an activity. I actually want you to do this for me, quick and fast. We're talking about goals. We're writing down 5 career goals that you want to achieve for the next 5 years. 5 personal goals that you want to achieve for the next 5 years. We're talking about balance. Normally when we talk about goals, we go straight to where we might say, well, I want to get an MBA, or I want to make some more money in my job, so I go see if I can get that promotion there. Or, you know, when I talk a lot about what you want to do from a career standpoint, I also want to know what you want from a personal standpoint. I want to increase the amount of time I have sex to 2 instead of 1 per week. Yes, put that on the list if you don't want that. Or from 0 to 2, I don't know what you're up to. Just saying. Put that on your list. So all who wants to increase from 0, or maybe you need to decrease. It looks like some people over there needs to decrease, to my left. To decrease from 10 to 4, I don't know. Maybe you can get some reading in somewhere. Okay, so I need somebody to share the list with me. Who wants to share the list with me? Anybody? Give me something off of your list. Go ahead. She wants to do her PhD. That's a career goal. Go on again. Okay. You know, clap her. I want her to do that. Yes. Yes.
Hi. I want to do my PhD in sexology.
Yes. I want that too. All right. Give me a personal goal too. Give me a personal goal too. You don't reach personal yet?
She not right one.
No, well, give the mic to somebody who have a personal goal, because I want to hear a personal goal. That is how it's so easy for us to write down the professional goals.
Personal goal.
Personal goal.
To own my own home.
Own your own home. That still sounds professional. That need money. Me need a personal goal. Something with you. You're you. She said to be healthy. Pass along the microphone. Personal goal. You're you. You may I talk about. I don't want you to tell me a goal that affects your children or your husband. You.
What if you don't have no children?
Good that your goal now go for no pity then, miss.
No, my personal goal is to get a sex partner.
Ooh, clap her, she has plans. Yes, I like that goal. Yes, love?
A stronger spiritual relationship with my Savior.
All right, she wants a stronger spiritual relationship, all right. Listen, we not just write down goals that somewhere not going to work, but not have homework for doing.
Exercise more.
Exercise more, awesome.
To keep looking as youthful when I reach 50.
Hey, you have to start work on that for now, age will catch up on you. Yeah. Wrinkles just sneak up, you wake up and man, the whole of your face crush up. Yes, moms?
Want to go on a cruise.
Want to go on a cruise?
Yes. For the year for 5 years.
Yes. Start save some money, man. All of those things are doable. You see what we're talking about? This exercise is important. So I need all of you to complete it. 5 career goals, 5 personal goals, and these are goals that are attainable and goals that you're going to be working on, right? Okay, 2 people over here to say yes. You're going to be working on your goals? Yes. Thank you. Moving on. This is my favorite slide. Let's talk about these things. We're going to indulge in achieving balance here. The first item on it says indulge your passion. What are you passionate about? Anyone I don't know? Tell me. Sex. All right. It's a good thing to be passionate about. Music, you're passionate about music. Service, you're passionate about service. Food, who said food? Passionate about food. What about relationships? New relationships? Good. Okay. All right, so you know what passionate about? Indulge your passion. I've been a writer for a very long time. And it took me a very long time to admit, to call myself, to embody my writer. I've always been in love with the written word. I've always been in love with books. I've been reading all my life, and writing came very natural to me. And I realized after writing my first book that I was like, it was my thing. I'm doing a lot more writing now. So that has been my new focus, writing. Okay? So indulge your passion. You say you're passionate about music. What about music? You play music? Mumsy? You play an instrument? You like to sing? So get your sing on. Awesome. So indulge your passion means find that thing that you love to do. Where are my gardeners? Where are people who love to go outside and dig around and plant things and whatever? Would you call that your passion? Are you passionate about gardening? Yes. Do you actually do it? Yes. What is the last thing you plant? Yeah. Hibiscus. Awesome. What about you? Palm. Nice. Get your plant on. If that's what you do, get your plant on. Right? And if you can't name something right now, find that thing that you do just for you. Okay? Find that thing that makes you feel just purposeful and just, it fills you with life when you do it, and really indulge in that. Do not depend on a relationship to validate you. Me not think that need any explanation. It sounds straightforward to me. Awesomeness. Stop working. Make a pause here. You have to stop work. Stop working. How much y'all know when work done at evening time and I pack up the things and go carry to one more, don't know? At some point you have to turn it off. Yeah. No matter what you do, the work not done. No matter how hard you try, the work will never be finished. You finish this project, next project have to start. You have to stop working. And when you drop down, when you kill yourself from working, the work will continue. Okay? You have to do that. You have to put that in to stop working at some point. I'm gonna talk about this one, and then I'm going to move on. Set boundaries. What I mean by that? You need to set boundaries in your relationships. I'm not just talking about your intimate relationships, all of them. People at work needs to know that they can't call you after a certain time. People, your friend them need to know, say, sometimes you need some me time. You need some time with your spouse time. Yeah? Your friends need to know, say, it's about that time. You have to set boundaries. Otherwise, you know what? You're going to be pulled into 7 different directions, and you're going to feel bad anytime you can't do anything for the next person. So you have to set boundaries. You have to. You have to. Nobody call her after 9 o'clock. Boundaries. There you go. So you have to set boundaries, all right? So let us move along really quickly. I want to talk about stress management. We can move on from this now. We're going to do this at the last thing. Stress management is something that we pay very little attention to because we do not know how to handle stress. How many of you have an actual thing to do when you're stressed? What is your stress management plan? What do you do? She got PLS, go buy a boot. What you do? What do you do, love? Say it again. All right, so she laugh. Yeah, me like that. What else? What do you do to manage your stress? Me, I move. Me just dance it out. So whether you exercise or you need a back, we call it punching bag or you clean, so you move too. You move too, right? So you need a release. Let me tell you something about stress, people. And if you don't learn nothing else from me today, understand this. Whatever you have, stress makes it worse. Whether you're sick, whether you're already stressed, whether you have bills where you can't deal with, whether you have whatever the problem is, dash a stress on it makes it worse. So you have to have a way to manage your stress. And if you don't, what ends up happening is either it physically affects you or you end up doing something that you don't want to do. For example, you ever see somebody just mash up the place for no reason? Like them a try, I'll just open something simple like open an envelope and the envelope not open fast enough and then just beat up the envelope and tear it up and dash it there. And envelope don't do them nothing, you know? Or you ever ask somebody a question and them snap at you? That had nothing to do with you, you know? They don't have any stress management. So if you don't have one now, Google it. Try to find a way that you manage your stress. It is important. Okay? All right, so we get into relationships now. We can get to the healthy relationship slide. Are you in a healthy relationship? No, let me see it. Healthy relationship. Go on again. Go on again. Ah, that is the one. That is the one. Are you in a healthy relationship? You see the first one to the far left where it said, read out loud where it said. Love yourself. I don't care what kind of relationship we're talking about, whether it's an intimate one, or it's your friendships, or if you're a professional relationship, whatever it is, it starts with you. It starts with how you feel about you. You have to validate you. You have to love yourself. You cannot share yourself with anybody else if you do not value yourself. Let me tell. It starts with you. Okay? You can't pour from an empty cup. You have to start here, sir. Don't it? Awesomeness. So, whatever else you're going to share, of course, healthy relationship has mutual respect, trust, honesty, support, good communication. Hey, we don't have the time to talk about good communication. How many times somebody upset you and instead of talk to them, you go tell somebody else, you complain to somebody else? All we do it. All we do it. You just come off of the phone with your co-worker and you never want to tell them the things at the time. And your girlfriend calling, you say, can't believe that woman, eh? No. After this happened and whatever. And you just need to vent. Right? And you all know you don't talk to the person who upset you. We are guilty of it. Communication is utmost important in any relationship. All your relationships require good communication. If you don't know how to do it yet, we have to start learning. We have to at least be able to talk about it. Even if we don't solve everything, we have to voice our opinions because it starts there. Somebody says something that offends you, you need to tell them sometimes that's not what they want to do, you know. They don't intend to offend you, you know. And you take it and you internalize it and you make that color every other decision that you make towards the person when they honestly never intend to offend you. And if you just say it, you know, say, me never appreciate the way they talk to me there, they might probably say, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Me never mean it that way there. And it don't they say, you know. But instead of dealing with it, no, sir. We got to tell she, and we chat about it, and what we don't like her. I know if you don't stay like me, you know, but when my friend don't like somebody, me don't like the person either, you know. Yeah. My friend don't like you, me not like you neither. But we have to talk to each other, right? Okay. So I'm pretty much out of time. But the last slide, this one that says healthy relationship. Communicate. To maintain your healthy relationships, you go back to communicate. Communicate, play, act silly. Some of them are so busy being grown and serious that I'm afraid to laugh out loud. Locks. You can't play a little tickle monster again. Little run down and catch. Eh? Little, what you call that one there? That's so, that's, I don't know what game they play, but it's so interesting. We'll talk after. Yes. You need to schedule alone time and keep it. And this is for the intimate relationships. Now, look here. Listen to me. If the only conversations you're having with your spouse right now involves paying bills, something to do with the house or the children, you are not having communication in your relationship. You need to schedule the time, schedule it, and keep it. Everybody at your job, the children, your mother-in-law, everybody need to know, say, Thursdays between 4 and 9, you're not available. If somebody don't dead or nearly dead, don't call me. And if in dead, you can't do nothing unless uno is an undertaker. So they need to understand that you need to maintain your primary relationship. There is no automatic button. If you do not put the effort in, you will not get the results. Period. Full stop. All right? So, if you don't get anything else from me today, remember that. There is no automatic button in your relationship. You have to put the effort in. The only difference between the honeymoon period and the rest of the relationship is the effort. When they just meet one another and frightened, you didn't make the effort. Then you get used to one another and not stop beard. When all stop clean out your teeth and these things. Anyhow, may I get the time signal? Thank you very much, ladies. It's been awesome. But the presentation is there, so we can disseminate it. But I really do want you to pay attention to how you treat each other and yourselves. Thank you a lot.
Colleagues, I'm sure we can do better than that. A rousing round of applause for Dr. Sexian. So, just before she goes and before the presentation is made, are there any questions? We'll take at least two. Dr. Sex? A question for you. Dr. Sexy. Dr. Sexy.
It's all right, I'm used to it. Them do that all the time. I have a friend see me cross the street, I say, sex! It's a thing. Oh, you give me some extra time?
No, question.
Oh. There's a question? Where's the question? Go right ahead, love.
You spoke about scheduling time.
Yes, yes.
But what about being spontaneous?
If your time allows you to be spontaneous, then absolutely.
I would rather disagree with you.
Okay.
You should make your time
to be spontaneous?
To be spontaneous.
No, but that's kind of oxymoron, though.
Why?
You can't make time to be spontaneous. Spontaneity is spontaneity.
When you're scheduling, when you schedule your alone time with each other,
yes,
it becomes a routine.
No, it doesn't.
I believe
it depends on what you do with that time. What you do with that time is absolutely up to you. Listen, one of the problems, hold up. We need to talk about this. You see, we talk about communication. Hey, we need to talk about this. I am there with you about spontaneity. I think spontaneity is awesome. But I also live in a practical world. And right now, both of us have very hectic schedules. If them busy and you busy, we can't be spontaneous. We need to know what's going on in film schedule so you can work it out. And if we wait on spontaneity, 6 months pass and we not do nothing.
No, that's not how I'm looking at it.
I see how you're looking at it.
My schedule is hectic. So is yours.
Exactly.
I'm feeling the need for you now. Stop what you're doing.
No, but he's not available now.
No.
No, him there Germany. Him can't help you. He's in Germany now. Him on the stage right now. I talk to some ladies at JTA. Him can't help you. Like, if I get a text message right now, I can't get to turn on the video and go on with nothing. Me up on the stage, I talk to Uno. Come on, man.
Come on, Dr. Sexist. Leave the stage.
Say something. Leave the stage and go where?
Leave the stage and find him.
I'm working.
No. Let me Dr. Sexy, let me answer her.
Answer they are.
My husband lives in the States. He's coming in December.
Yes.
So he said to me the other day, when I come along for some steamed fish, I want to go over Elsham. I say, yeah, man. And last night, me that did. Me have to just send him a text and say, look here now, when you come, nobody go over Elsham.
Hey. You're not, don't leave me hanging, you know. Mums, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Look. No, hold on. Hold on. I thank you so much. I really love the fact that she brought this up, because whenever I suggest scheduling, the same thing comes up. What about being spontaneous? And I love spontaneity. I think it's great when you can accommodate it. But you cannot allow your inability to be spontaneous to dictate whether you spend some time together or not. If it comes down, right now, me and my partner share one Google calendar, you know. I saw me know of him schedule, you know. And we go in night and we look and we say, all right, okay, so all right, well on there, we have 3 hours here, so we have 4 hours there. So. Because we have things to do. We're busy, we are busy people. But we can't let that stop us from living a life together. And some of us end up in a situation where we pass each other and we just live in the same house, literally. Because him have meeting figure, you are study, and then on time just don't cross each other. So if it comes down to it, you know what you're working with, put it in your schedule. And no, sir, this day at this time is phone time. Now what you do at that time, go crazy.
All right, colleagues, we'll ask Simone Green to make the presentation. Green Johnson, come down. And while she's doing that, just to remind us to be supportive of each other, never get so busy making a living that we forget to make a life, invest in ourselves, and never neglect your sexy. Thank you very much. No, but Paula, it's important.
She did a good job, and not to mention Dr. Sexy But do you ever hear people say a country, Jesus and peace? Me have a lot of confession to do because me not trouble, based on what Dr. Sexy just said. We have to leave the work, we have to schedule, and we have to do everything else, or else guess what? You will lose one of the work then. So, and true, me not intend to lose to me work a yard. Because when me retire, me won't have a work. Colleagues.